Hello YouTube! Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's already day 7 and I have done all 7 days of the BookTube-A-Thon challenge. I persevered through all the sleepless nights. This challenge is being hosted by Ariel Bassett, the grand mistress of the whole BookTube-A-Thon. And in this challenge, essentially you have to tell a story about reading. Why do you love it? What's your favorite reading experience? Etc, etc. It's kind of open-ended, but it's heartfelt. So today I want to tell you guys about the first book I ever finished reading. The first book I ever finished reading was called Deep Trouble, and it was a Goosebumps book, and I was in 3rd grade when I was reading it. And here's the thing about me is that reading was very, very hard for me for a long time when I was a little kid. I was really bad at reading, and it would frustrate me all the time. And it was a Goosebumps book. Like, they're like 100 pages. It shouldn't have taken me very long to read, but I remember it took me the entire school year to read this book because it was so frustrating because I was just so bad at reading. But I kept going, and it was about like sharks and mermaids and stuff. I don't think there was mermaids, but I remember it had like a coral reef because it was like underwater, and I was really into mermaids. So I kept going on, and I read, and usually it was like maybe a page I'd read in a day, like maybe, because it was so hard for me to read. Eventually, I remember I was sitting down at recess, and I remember turning the last page, and I read the end, and I shut the book, and I remember being so proud of myself. It was probably one of the first times I was ever really proud of myself for accomplishing something. And that kind of set the stage for the rest of my life and wanting to read, because it was something I accomplished and I did on my own, and I worked very hard. And so I liked that feeling of accomplishment. I liked working hard for something. So that sense of accomplishment I felt when I was a little kid kind of translated to the rest of my life, and I've applied that same type of drive to many things in my life. And it led to me reading all kinds of things. Like, I remember in high school, I was the kid who sat in the back of the class, like, reading Bukowski novels. I was such a rebel. And then that led to college, where, like, I would, like, trade books with my friends, so we'd all get to read a different story. And that's kind of where I really started getting into reading a lot, was back in college, because I would like read a book and be so excited and then talk everybody's ear off about it, even if they didn't care. Like, I'm like, you're gonna listen to me. I talked people into reading books that I read, and then they liked them, and I had like a buddy I could share something with. So that's also part of like why I love reading, because it's like, it's a way to make a new friend. Like, you both have something you have in common. You have your own little secret world inside this book that you've both read together. So it's a sense of community. I really like using my imagination. I like diving into these worlds and being immersed. And it's something that it didn't come easy to me. I had to work hard to do it. So yeah, that's why reading means a lot to me. That's one of my favorite reading experiences. It's just something I had to earn. I had to earn all of these books I've read. I had to earn them. And that's what makes them so special to me. It's not just something I took for granted. I genuinely am proud of myself every time I finish a book, because I know how much I struggled as a little kid. Anyways, guys, I don't want to get into like my whole life story, but that's like a little bit of why I love reading so much. Day 7, complete. Every day the BookTube-A-Thon challenge has a video. I did them all. That's another thing I'm proud of myself for. Congratulations, wine. So yes, BookTube-A-Thon, it ended up being a lot of fun. It was a good challenge. I learned a lot. I had to keep working at it, and I was proud of myself for all the books I read in my BookTube-A-Thon TBR list. I will do a video about that, probably put it up tomorrow, just going through the books I read. I read all 7 books, because I'm a champion. That's it. I don't want to talk everyone's ears off, so I'm just going to say goodbye, and I will see you guys soon.